everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Jessica Schreiber. I'm one of the agency managers here at Neisloth & Fleming. Today we're going to be going over conducting an effective needs analysis. Just a couple housekeeping. If you do have any questions, make sure you submit them through the chat box. We'll be addressing any questions at the end of the presentation. So today we're going to kind of go over getting the lead on the phone, sitting with the client, what is a needs analysis, finding out health concerns of clients, and digging deeper into help your client, and how you use the needs analysis. So first off, what is the ultimate goal? When you get a lead on the phone, we all know that the ultimate goal is to get the appointment set. When doing this, there are a few key questions you can ask to help you get a better understanding of what your client needs. What plan are they currently on? Do they have any health concerns? Who is the doctor they regularly see? And are they receiving any extra help? By taking a few extra minutes to get this information up front, you'll be able to gather important clues about your clients. You'll be able to better assist and get the plan that best suits their needs. You're also laying the groundwork so that your client can see the value in working with you. By asking those simple questions, you are showing your client that you care about their needs and are interested in finding them the plan that will work best for them as an individual. The big thing is, though, don't ask too many questions because then you may not be able to get that appointment set. So you want to keep it brief and make sure that the questions you ask are pertinent to what you need to know. Okay, so now that we are sitting with the client, we're in the home, what's the next step? So you need to be able to efficiently find out from your client what is important to them in their health plan. However, they may not know this, so this is where being able to conduct an effective needs analysis will not only benefit you as the agent, but also the client. When you're sitting with your client, you should have probably 1, 2, or 3 different plans that may suit your client's needs already sort of in your mind. You will want to find out what about their current plan they are unhappy with. Is it the price? That could indicate they might be a candidate for a zero premium plan. Is there a health condition that they're concerned with or has changed for them? Maybe they're now seeing a doctor that is not in their current network's plan. Or are they a turning 65 client and they have no idea really what's best for them at all when it comes to Medicare? You'll also want to find out how they are currently utilizing their plan or how they would like to utilize their plan in the future. Some questions to ask for this would be, how many times do you see your doctor in a month? Do they go to a pharmacy or do they use an online mail order for their prescriptions? How active are they? Do they use Silver Sneakers currently? Is that something that they might be looking for? By being able to get these answers, you'll be able to show the client where they can save money based off of each plan that you present to them. Okay, so the definition of a needs analysis is the process of identifying and evaluating the needs of your client. So why would you take the time to do this? You want to show your client the value you bring to them. The client you will be working with, most of the time today, they're a little more computer savvy because they have a tendency to use them with work or they have grown up kind of in the computer era. And they like to seek out information on their own. They like to feel independent and in control of their decisions, especially when it comes to their health care. What you really don't want to happen is you take all the time to sit and explain everything with them and do your full presentation and then not walk away with that application. We know, being the agents, that the consumer can be very confused and overwhelmed because of the way the industry is structured. They get bombarded with mailings and different things that they look at but they don't really understand. When you take the time to find out their needs and answer their questions, it reinforces the value of working with you as an agent. It also shows that you care about them, which is building that foundation of trust. This, in turn, will keep the client from leaving you, and it will help you retain that book of business that you work so hard to build, and also give you opportunity to add new business to your book instead of spending time servicing existing clients who want to change because they didn't understand their choices in the first place. So when you first are talking with your client, one of the first things to look at is current or future health concerns. These will indicate potential problems that may arise due to a family history or just a general fear the client might have. They might not have diabetes now, but it could have a family history. So if it's something that they feel they may have in the future, that might be something you want to look at so that your plan you offer them is diabetic friendly. Another way to look at that is if they have a family history of cancer. That could be a good indication of cross-selling for a cancer plan. You also want to see if they have any existing chronic conditions. Ask them, what are they currently being treated for? This will help you see the way your client is currently utilizing their plan. If they are a COPD patient and they see a specialist 4 times a month for breathing treatments, that's going to change their cost versus a client who only goes to see their PCP once a year. You're also going to want to find out if they do any traveling or if they spend part of the year in another place. If your client's a snowbird, then benefits like the UnitedHealthcare's Passport program would be a big plus for them in the way that they can access in-network care all year long. This could save them a lot of money if they're currently paying for a plan where when they do go to Florida or to Texas or another area, they're paying out-of-network costs because they don't have that accessibility. You also want to find out likes and dislikes about the current plan they're on. By finding out what they like about their plan will show you what drew them to the plan in the first place. If it's a situation where they really don't like anything, then you can kind of see that maybe the previous agent wasn't listening to their needs and only pushed a plan on the client that they wanted to sell. You also want to make sure that you're not placing them in a plan just for the sake of it. After talking with your client and you can determine that they are currently in the best plan for them, don't be afraid to tell them that they should stay where they are. This, again, will show the value for working with you, and it's an opening for you to ask for referral business from them. Lastly, you want to see if they have any extra help they're getting with their health care. Now, this can be a sensitive subject for people because it does talk about income levels, and some people just don't like to share that. So it's really important that you're sensitive when you are talking about this. If they are receiving extra help or they could be receiving extra help, this could be a huge saving for your clients, and it could be life-changing for them, especially if that money that you can allocate towards something else that they may need could be an electric bill or a water bill for them. Benefitscheckup.org is a very, very helpful website. I highly encourage all of you to take a look at it. What it is it's a site that links to over 2,500 different programs from federal, state, local, and private participants to help clients. And they can get help in all different kinds. There is access to the low-income subsidy applications, Medicaid applications, state pharmaceutical programs are on there. There's also assistance with utilities. There's cash assistance. There's assistance with food. So there's all kinds of different programs that could help your clients out. And by you going on there and showing them all the different things that they could do, you're really helping them understand the value of working with you as an agent, and also the fact that you really care about them and you're taking the time to individualize what is needed for them specifically. Now here we went ahead and created an example of what a needs analysis could look like. Now remember, when you are doing this, you cannot put multiple carriers up but you can do one for each carrier separately to show your clients if you are using different carrier plans to sell with. So what we did was we took the basic costs, like the premium, the PCP copay, a specialist copay, the inpatient cost per day, their drug cost, and then network priority. You would look at the carrier and say, okay, the premium is $50 a month, so that's going to be a result of $600 a year for them. Their PCP copay is $10 a visit. Utilization, they see them 2 times a month, so that's $240 a year just to see their PCP. Specialist copay is $15. You know, they see them once a month, that's $180. You can't really anticipate a surgery necessarily unless it's a scheduled surgery that they know that they have to have, like a knee replacement, hip replacement. That's when the inpatient per day, you can kind of do a little more with that. You just want to make sure it's on there so that they are aware it could be a potential cost. Tiers 1, 2, 3, and 4 of their drugs. Now this is also a nice way to show this is what it would cost when they go to a pharmacy versus doing an online script fill, that they could potentially get those shipped to them for free. So they could potentially actually be saving all that money a year rather than spending it. And it could allocate it to a different need or want for them. Now, when you do the needs analysis and you've completed it, you know, what's the next part? Why did you take the time to do this with your client? The purpose of completing a needs analysis is so that you can help your client see the potential of savings based on their personal utilization of their health plan. It gives you a way to show them this is how they are currently utilizing their plan, so this is why this plan works for them. The needs analysis will objectively show your client where they are going to be paying out based on the way they are utilizing their health plan. For example, if you have a client that is focused on wanting the lowest premium, when you sit down with them, they want a low premium, they're not, you know, into looking at anything else. By going through the questions and doing the needs analysis, you can find out that they are seeing their doctor multiple times a month for various reasons. Now you have something to show the client that even though they may want that low premium, they actually would be paying out more in PCP copays and specialist copays over the course of a year than if they would take the one that is a middle-of-the-road premium. And that might be an actual better choice for them based off of their personal needs. Nowadays, there are a lot of clients educating themselves on their healthcare options. You want to be able to show the clients that this is how you're using your plan based on your individualized needs, and that you need to choose a plan that is built around the client's needs, not necessarily the generalized public. The more value that you have with the client, the more comfortable they will be with you. And the more comfortable they are with you, the higher the percentage of leaving that home with the application will be. The ultimate goal would be leaving with the application. So your value will directly equal your sale. So at this time, I'm going to see if we have any questions. So one question that we got was, should a needs analysis be completed in the presence of a client or before the appointment? This is kind of a two-part one. Obviously, the health questions and the way that they utilize their plan is going to be needed to be done with the client. but you can fill in some of the carrier-specific information based off of the plans you think might fit, like the copays and the drug copay costs, the inpatient costs ahead of time, so that you'll just have to do some quick math at the time of the appointment. Okay, another one is a needs analysis necessary. It's not necessary for the sale. It's a tool to help you create a more efficient sale. You want to look at it as another piece in your toolkit to help make sure your client understands that you are there for them and that you are taking the time to really individualize their plan for their needs. Do you have a needs analysis form? We don't have a particular form. I created the one that you saw in the slides as an example. You can create your own based off of the way that you sell. A lot of times agents already have specific questions they like to ask the clients, so you can put that into there. If you do have questions on how you should set it up, you can call us and we could definitely walk you through some of the processes of what might be a good thing to put on a needs analysis for yourself to utilize. Also on the UnitedHealthcare toolkit, they have some forms that have listings of doctors and drugs that you could adapt. Might be another option to go, so you just have something to base off of. You see these focus solely on Advantage plans. What about Med-Sup? So Medicare supplements, you would just adapt your needs analysis to, are they looking for an F plan that would fit their needs or a G plan? What kind of plans are available in their market? Not everywhere has a Plan G available potentially, so you would want to make it a little more broad because the way the Medicare supplements are structured, they don't have copays to worry about. They don't have as much cost. It's just more premium based, and then what plan is available in that area. Do you suggest taking it over the phone before the appointment? You don't necessarily want to go into a full needs analysis over the phone before your appointment because, again, the ultimate goal to that phone call is getting into that appointment. Some background information might be easy for you to get. For example, what doctor are they seeing regularly? Are they getting any special help or extra help? Do they already have Medicaid as well as Medicare? So basic questions are good to get beforehand. Now, if you have a client that is willing to do that with you over the phone, it would probably speed up the time you're going to spend in there to do the application. It just sort of is a case-by-case basis in that range, but in general, I would say just get a few key questions over the phone and then do the full analysis with the client so they can see what you're doing. Do you have an example of an MA CMS compliant form? I don't have one right now. We can definitely take a look and see if we can get one for you guys and send it out for you or post it on the website if that is allowed. I don't know that a CMS created one of these, but we will definitely work on that for you guys. Okay, guys, I want to thank everyone for hopping on today. I really appreciate all the questions. If you have any questions after the fact or want any more information, please do not hesitate to contact me. My contact information is on the screen. You can email me or call in. I'd be happy to talk with anyone. Thanks again, and I hope you all have such a great day.